What a family that's for that's when married to Lee. It is Thursday in my city, Chicago, 6:04 a.m. March 20th, 2025. Look, Claressa Shields, listen to your big auntie or your big homie, someone that's been through some things and haven't gotten anything for her longevity and hardships or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? I told you. Look, the game ain't fair. It used to be cold but fair. It's not. You know, when you in this political arena and you on top, I seen your video where you say, they say it's lonely on the top, and then you show some cars or your belts and things of that nature. Okay, but I know deep down inside, that's not what is keeping you together. Is, if anything, is what's you know breaking you up from people who you thought cared about you, family, friends, because you talked about the more you do for them, the more they don't like you. Take it from me, I was always estranged from my family, and the only time they came around is when they smelt money or they felt my influence was going up or I was about to blow up. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I've always been hindered because of my family and so-called friends. And I ain't even had too many friends and stuff. I only had, I had a lot of associates, who up the bam. And when it all came down, they was nowhere around. You understand? So sometimes you have to walk this walk alone. I don't know what you've been through. Well, I kind of do from what you've said, and now you got a best friend that's talking down on you or whatever and stuff, about stuff that happened to you when you was a little girl, and your coach or whatever and stuff. Look, they gonna come at you with everything because you are, a trendsetter or whatever and stuff, and you have overcome barriers. And yeah, you may have done some things and got a little shame in your game. That's everybody. You understand what I'm saying? It's just you're a public figure. I'm trying to make it make sense to you from a person who is still going through, you know, trials and tribulations, but I haven't got paid. You at least have gotten paid enough to give your family some things or whatever. Don't let them drain you of everything and stuff, your energy and your gifts and this, that, and the third. Sometimes you just got to cut them off. You understand what I'm saying? Walk this walk by yourself and with God. Now, you in a relationship with Papoose. I imagine he's still married to Remy Ma. Yeah, remember, they've been together a long time. They know the game, and you kind of like the fresh meat, out here. You like a prey that everybody is praying on and stuff. Real talk. Not praying for, but praying on. I'm telling you the truth. And you can take it or let it alone. It's not a jealous bone in my body. Um, I admire the fact that you young trying to figure it out. But take it from me, a person who got nothing out the deal for being an originator of rap and this, that, and the third. You gotta find somebody that really rooting for you and stuff, because ain't too many people like me out here would take time out and try to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? That, girl, you got sharks around you and stuff, for real. Just like I got them around me, and I barely got anything, but they don't want me to have that. And believe me, they are being taken care of well off of my legacy and name, and I haven't gotten anything. So I hold on to my higher power because I know in the end they're gonna need me and my higher power to get them out of the mess that they putting themselves in by, disrespecting me. You understand what I'm saying? And taking advantage of something that my higher power gave to me to share with the world. God give it, God take it away. So I don't want to bore you or nothing, but you've been in the game a little while now, and they let you come up and stuff, and now, it's funny how you ended up on the Tamara Hall show, right when they said you was having drug-related issue or whatever and stuff. People come around me. I don't drink, drug, smoke, or fornicate, and I see all kind of stuff. They come up around me. You know, with their breasts, whatever and stuff, and they smoking. So yeah, it's easy to drop dirty or whatever and stuff, and you got to be careful what you eat, because I was in a shelter one time and they was dropping and doing drug tests and stuff, and they said that I had marijuana in my system. I said it must have been something I ate, you understand what I'm saying, that was catered to the shelter, because I don't smoke. But see, I don't let stuff like that worry me, because people going to sabotage you. Anyway, it's in their nature. It's just how they is and stuff, for real. And it's 610. My city, Chicago. Shout out to the ones that still marry Maggie Myers. That's why I ain't want to be a part of none of this mess. Because it gets messy when people feel as though, you doing better than them, or you're on the rise or whatever and stuff. I never wanted to be a rapper. I just wanted to tell my story, help the ones that's coming up and stuff, so they can be aware of the pitfalls, for real. I know you probably looking for love and approval and this, that, and the third. Believe me, God sees you, knows your pain. Don't get arrogant. Stay humble. And, just know one thing. Things and materialistic stuff is not going to, it's not going to solve the problem. Get a relationship with a higher power, because in the end, 9 times out of 10, the way I see your story going, that's probably the only person you're going to have and stuff. For real, if I'm around, I'm here for you. Real talk. So, I'm a real person. You can catch me like a regular nigga coming out their house every day or whatever and stuff. You understand? I'm not hiding. And don't let it go to your head, this fame, because it's just something for people to, bamboozle you with or whatever and stuff. Get you some psychological help with that money you got. Talk to a therapist or whatever and shit. Not a therapist, but cause I don't like therapists, because you spell therapist THERAPIST, the rapist. Talk to somebody that you know what I'm saying, that you confide in. You ain't got to tell him everything. Just surface stuff. Just I've been going through some stuff. Out the bed. Get some help, for real, because people will drive you crazy, and it mainly be your family and your friends and stuff. They're always the ones closest to you. You can never do enough, like you said. And believe me, I've been down that road. Take it from a real OG. All right? Let me see what my lucky number gonna be today. This the 8. I told you. A gift is from God, a surprise that kill you. I am the originator of rap since the age of 8, 1975. I've been trying to get my story out, and getting paid off of it. Been doing it for 50 years. And I still haven't got it. Everybody else has come up, including you, as far as rapping a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? People don't give back. And then they wonder why when something go wrong. You understand what I'm saying? They don't feel it till it hit home. So be careful. You understand what I'm saying? You'll be all right. You're still young, trying to figure out. But at least I'm giving you some tools to work with. A lot of people didn't give me that. A lot of people didn't have it. A lot of people didn't get a second chance. And all you rappers out there taking advantage of my story, I'm barely making it and stuff. We gotta get through it, y'all motherfuckers. Boy, it's gonna be hell to pay. Because I don't give up. I bounce back. For real. With that, it's good on this boy, Dad's 20 Mary Lee. Be careful.